The next type of questions under sentence completion. Question 11, we have a sentence with 2 blanks, and it is taken from SBI PO examination of 2006. Whenever you have a pair of blanks in the question, you are given 5 pairs of options to choose from. But what we should remember, as informed earlier, that both the words should fit in well in the given sentence. If one of these words in a pair is wrong, automatically the other word should be rejected. He objected to the proposal because it was founded on a dash principle and also was at dash time. The clue here is objected. Why do you object to a proposal? That means the principle or the proposal should have a negative quality. Now here option D says sound principle, which is a positive quality, therefore it is rejected. Faulty principle, imperative has got no meaning here, a wrong principle. Now let us take faulty, wrong, unconforming, which is different from the established practice. If you take faulty, he objected to the proposal because it was founded on a faulty principle and also was at a desirable time. Both qualities should be negative. Faulty is negative, desirable is positive. Therefore desirable is wrong. That has to be excluded. So what we are left with, therefore, is imperative, reasonable. Both are positive qualities. Now reasonable is a positive quality, but then it is not the reason for something to be rejected or objected to. What therefore is the correct option is option C, which says he objected to the proposal because it was founded on a wrong principle and also was at inconvenient time. Both these words, they denote the negative connotation, and therefore the correct option for this question 11 is option C, wrong, inconvenient. He objected to the proposal because it was founded on a wrong principle and also was at inconvenient time. That takes us to question 12. Again, a pair of blanks here. This is taken from SBI PO examination of 2006. The criterion for dash a player should be his recent performance. But unfortunately, the journalists are dash to be carried away by earlier successes. Now, the criterion for dash a player, they say form is temporary, class is permanent. A player is selected just because he performed very well in the distant past, though he is doing nothing. But here the criterion, a single factor for dash a player, for condemning a player, for judging a player. If you take condemning, for condemning a player should be his recent performance, but unfortunately the journalists are satisfying. Satisfying is totally wrong, grammatically wrong. Therefore both the words are to be rejected. The criterion for judging a player should be his recent performance, but unfortunately journalists are carried away, are prone to be carried away. Journalists are prone to be carried away by earlier successes. Option B seems to be ideal for this question because it says for judging a player should be his recent performance or current form as we call it. But unfortunately journalists are prone, they live in the past and they are carried away by the earlier successes. The criterion for revealing a player is meaningless. Criterion for eager is grammatically wrong, so C and D are wrong. The criterion for criticizing a player Criticizing seems to be okay, but look at the second word. Unfortunately, the journalists are clean. Clean has got no meaning. Therefore, the correct option is option B. The criterion for judging a player should be his recent performance. But unfortunately, the journalists are prone to be carried away by the earlier success. That takes us to question number 13. For the last half century, he dashed himself to public affairs, dash taking a holiday. For the last half century, he dashed himself. He by himself, first sentence has got no relevance. He after himself, that has no relevance. When the first word in an option is wrong, both the words are wrong. So A and B are rejected. Now coming to, he devoted himself, he sacrificed himself, he prepared himself. Prepared is irrelevant. Prepared himself to public affairs. So it should be between devoted and sacrificed. Now if you take sacrificed, then look at the second word. Sacrificed himself to public affairs after taking a holiday, which is meaningless. D is therefore meaningless, and the correct option therefore is C. For the last half century, he devoted himself to public affairs without taking a holiday. He has been working non-stop without availing himself of any holiday. So question 13, the correct option is C, devoted without. Question 14, you will see signs of dash everywhere which speak well for the dash of these people. Now the options, this is taken again from SBI PO examination of 2006. You will see decoration everywhere, which is meaningless. You will see signs of clear. Again, first word is wrong, therefore both the words are wrong. You will see signs of beauty everywhere, okay, which speak well for the careful. Second word is wrong, therefore A, B, C, all the three options are wrong. You will see signs of prosperity. Prosperity is growth, wellness. Prosperity everywhere, which speak well for the industry of these people, the hard working nature of these people. Industry here means diligence, the nature of hard work, which fits in very well here. You will see signs of prosperity everywhere which speak well for the industry of these people. Question 14, therefore, the correct option is option D. Now, question 15. The police arrested Ramesh on a dash of theft, but dash him for lack of evidence. This is from SBI PO 2006. Now, but is given. So, arrested is the first verb. Because but is used, in the second blank, you must do something which is the antonym of arrested. And arrested means taken into custody. Therefore, the other word, opposite word should be released. Now, which of these options contains the word released? The police, option E. The police arrested Ramesh on a charge of theft, but released him for lack of evidence. In question 15, therefore, the correct option is E, charge and released. The police arrested Ramesh on a charge of theft, but released him for lack of evidence. Now, coming to the next set of 5 questions, where each question, there will be 2 sentences marked 1 and 2. There will be 5 options, single word, single 5 words as options. You have to choose one which fits in both the sentences meaningfully and grammatically. These thick marks on his skin have been made by a dash rod. He knows how to dash the harsh criticism of his enemies. These thick marks on his skin have been made by a fast rod, is wrong. By a hot rod seems to be okay. He knows how to hot the harsh, so hot is wrong. These thick marks have been made by a tackle rod, so C is wrong. By a slow rod, that is also wrong. So the correct option here is blunt rod. These thick marks on his skin have been made by a blunt rod. The first sentence uses the word blunt as an adjective. Second sentence, he knows how to blunt the harsh criticism of his. To blunt, that infinitive, where you have the verb. In the second sentence, the word blunt is used as a verb. The correct option, therefore, for question 6 is blunt. In question 17, the correct dash to this problem has been eluding us for a very long time. Eluding means escaping. When a dash of sodium chloride is added to that of silver nitrate, a white precipitate is formed. Now, a mixture, the correct mixture to this problem, so mixture is wrong. The correct liquid to the problem, so B is eliminated. C, the correct chemical, that is again eliminated. The correct solution to this problem, here solution is the noun form of solving. The correct solution to this problem. Look at the second sentence. When a solution, here it is a solid dissolved in a liquid in that sense. In both the sentences, solution is used as a noun but a slightly different meaning. The correct solution to this problem has been eluding us for a very long time. When a solution of sodium chloride is added to that of silver nitrate, a white precipitate is formed. Therefore, the answer to question 17 is option D, solution. Now, question 18. The nurse applied an ointment over the dash, over the hand. First option, hand. As he had a mechanical clock, it had to be hand every day. A is wrong. The nurse applied, so for example, if you take C, the nurse applied an ointment over the nail. Okay, to some extent we can believe. As he had a mechanical clock, he has to nail it every day. The clock will be broken if you nail it every day. The nurse applied an ointment over the tail. Okay, maybe a pet animal you can take it. As he had a mechanical clock, it had to be tail every day. Meaningless. So tail is wrong, nail is wrong, hand is wrong. Let us think of band. Applied an ointment over the band. He had a mechanical clock which had to be banned every day. So what is left is W-O-U-N-D. In the first sentence, the nurse applied an ointment over the wound. W-O-U-N-D is pronounced as a wound. Second one, he had a mechanical clock. It had to be wound. Spelling is the same, but it is pronounced as wound. The first one, it is wound. So question 18, the correct option is option B, wound or wound. Spelling is W-O-U-N-D. Now question 19. The oarsmen must dash faster to win the race. The net profit is mentioned in the 10th dash of the statement. The oarsmen must work faster. Net profit is mentioned in the 10th work. So work is wrong if you think of the second sentence. The oarsmen must part faster. Part is wrong first itself. Row faster. The oarsmen must row faster. They have to beat the water with their oars. That's why they are called oarsmen. So row faster. Row is used as a verb in the first sentence. Net profit is mentioned in the 10th row. Now the row here in the second sentence is used as a noun. Therefore the correct option in this question 19 is R-O-W, row. The oarsmen must row faster to win the race. Net profit is mentioned in the 10th row of the statement. Now that brings us to the last question, question number 20. The manager dashed to pieces all the confidential papers at the end of the day. On seeing the dash in the eyes of his sweetheart, he became speechless. The manager throws to pieces. First itself it is wrong. The manager sparkles to pieces. Second one is wrong. The manager pupil has got no relevance. The manager love, it should be manager loves. So that is also wrong. What is left is tears. The manager tears to pieces. T-E-A-R-S is used as a verb in the first sentence. On seeing the tears in the eyes of his sweetheart. Second one, tears, is used as noun. On seeing the tears in the eyes of his sweetheart, he became speechless. Therefore, for question 20, the correct option is tears. We have so far reviewed the questions that you answered under reordering of sentences and the 3 types of sentence completion questions. You will do well to work out more and more such questions to gain confidence in answering these questions. Thank you.